All right. Dynamite Delight. Guys, this is a hard one to gauge here. I mean, we had a full show, 2 hours and 10 minutes. We had 2 hours and 10 minutes to the show, not 2 hours, 2 hours and 10 minutes. And in that 2 hours and 10 minutes, I'm like, what do I say? Last time, we had 5 distinct storylines going forward, which they look like they're still there. But then you see other stuff that just doesn't make any sense. What can I say? With a question mark. I think that might be the title of this video because I'm not sure how to feel about this. First things first. We get the interview with, we get Will Ospreay coming out. We get the interview. We get Kyle Fletcher coming out. We get the talk between Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay. And here's the problem I see. This storyline, when it came to Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay, feels fine. But it feels like it should have happened months ago. And this is the problem. When Will Ospreay first came in, it felt like it was alright, but it really truly felt like within the first 2 to 3 months, he was meant to have a conflict between Don Callis' family and himself. That's what it felt like it was supposed to be then, 2 to 3 months after he came in. Now it feels like it's too late for this feud. I'm not saying it's bad, but it feels like it should have happened earlier. Because it truly felt like when Will was there and he was gone, came back, then became a part of AEW, then had that situation, then with Bryan Danielson, it truly felt like it should have happened months earlier. And now we have this, and Kyle is being talked to, and he's saying, why did you do what you do? My son knows you. You went with me to pick up my son. I gave you a place to stay. Brought you into New Japan Pro Wrestling in my faction. I'm the one who brought you into my faction with Davis. We owned it. Even coming here, I brought you in. All that seemed to be fine. It's alright. It's typical one-on-one booking when someone believes that they are being screwed over by someone who gave such huge generosity. Fine. But again, like I said just a moment ago, as fine as it is, and it's not bad, and they're going to have that match at Full Gear, they're not going to have any type of stakes though. It's just going to be a match. The problem here is this. It feels too late. It feels like it should have happened earlier. And I'm like, what am I looking at then? I'm looking at bad booking. Now, this is just me. Maybe I'm wrong, and it's actually on schedule. But if I look at this objectively, it feels like it's more than 2 or 3 months late. That what happened in the last couple of months should have already happened months earlier. And culminating in this could have happened at Wrestle Dream. And I'm like, I don't know. It feels like this should have happened at Wrestle Dream, not him having to deal with somebody else. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel about it. Moving on. The Moxley storyline is a big question mark. We have Moxley coming out. He destroyed, J.D. Drake. For no reason. It was Claudio Castagnoli. It's really you that they nailed him to get into the ring. He's talking about Orange Cassidy, saying what he's going to be doing. And then Orange comes out with Mark Briscoe and Rocky Romero. And the key here is that it was done fine. But then it still feels like Moxley is acting like he's doing this because he has no choice, because it's like someone's telling him he's got to do this now. And the problem here is the way that is being structured. It's like someone is telling him to do what he's got to do, but then he's acting like it's still him, which, of course, that's trying to hide it. But it's so damn obvious that there's one of two situations we got here. Either there's no one working with Jon Moxley, he's doing it by himself, and this storyline is going to flop. Or it's one or two people that is behind Jon Moxley that needs to come out by by World's End. It's either going to be Shane McMahon or I believe it might be Edge. Counting if Edge is recovered enough to be able to come back in the ring after breaking his leg. Or, what was it? Fracturing his leg. When he jumped off the top of that steel cage. If it's Edge, I don't know how they're going to book it. If it's Shane McMahon, I don't know how to book it. If it's Moxley only, and it's only about Moxley, and the Bucks are going to be coming in once Orange Cassidy gets his ass handed to him at Full Gear, and you guys tell me below, when you saw the graphic for Full Gear, why was there water graphics mixed in with gears? What the hell is that? Why did someone decide on the Full Gear, the CGI, they throw water into it? Now, that could mean something. That could be a hint to something. But if it's not, that just looks really confusing. That's just me. Was the talk between him and Orange alright? Fine. But then when you see the fight, and then the fight happens, we get... Here's the thing. You're going to have Orange Cassidy dealing with Moxley when he hasn't even fully dealt with a Darby Allin who jumps off of one of the areas where the fans were. That completely shocks Marina Shafir to the point that I'm like, okay, Marina Shafir has been walking around with this briefcase with a handcuff with a chain on it, and the damn thing came off. What? You can't tell me you didn't see it because she was still handcuffed, but the handcuff for the case came off. So I'm like, what the fuck was that? Didn't they chain and lock that briefcase? What the fuck? I'm like, wait, what? Well, I don't know. Now, what did we get when Hangman Page and Christian versus Juice? Well, do I care about Juice Robinson? No. Do I care about Hangman Page? Yes. Do I care about Christian? Yes. Do I care about Jay White? No. But this is still about Hangman Page. This is still about Christian. So, when it comes to Juice and Jay White, I don't give two flips. Not because I hate them, it's because what are they doing with them? Zip. And yes, you're going to say, well, they're working with Hangman. But what is Hangman doing working with Jay White? He should have already moved on from Jay White. We should be seeing something interesting in the main title picture. But we can't due to the fact the main title picture is doing absolutely the Death Riders and Orange Cassidy. So pretty much a Hangman Adam Page is basically in a holding pattern. That's all he's doing. He's in a holding pattern. And that sucks. Flat out. Now, next match. Orange Cassidy. Well, not Orange Cassidy. I'm thinking about Orange Cassidy because if this is just Moxley doing Moxley, Orange Cassidy in this position feels like it's a waste of time. Lance Archer versus Roderick Strong. And you get the Adam Cole versus Kateska. I'm putting them both together because there's no reason to keep them separated. This is about the MJF storyline. And this is about the Don Callis family. One getting his ass handed to him. The other one not getting his ass handed to him. So we got a Falls Count Anywhere match between Lance Archer and Roderick Strong. What did I tell you about Lance Archer? What have I been saying for a long time when it comes to Lance? Lance is a monster that can never get the job done. He can never do it in the clinch. He always gets cooked. Let's make it clear. He always loses when it means something important. Oh, he looks monstrous when it's not anything important with Brian Cage. But once it's important, he's done. So, Lance Archer loses. You see me botching here. Because it pisses me off that this guy should be something more and he's not. Then, what did we get from the other match? Good match. Regular match. Adam Cole loses. Now, what did I say before about these two having to challenge each other eventually? This might happen. Adam Cole just lost his match to Kateska due to the fact that the diamond ring being used during the match by Kateska, putting it in the not bread basket, but the family jewels. There you go. There you go. It's in the family jewels, baby. It had to be. But now, with one of the two having the option to go against MJF, there's only one of two ways it's going to go. One, you're going to have MJF go up against Robert Strom. Or two, you're going to have MJF find out who really wants him more. Is it going to be Roderick Strong or is it going to be Adam Cole? Because he's going to give Adam Cole one shot more. If you want it, why don't you challenge your boy? And this is where you're going to have Adam Cole versus a Roderick Strong. And you're going to see them have controversy. And the question is going to be not if Adam Cole is going to win, because he will win. The question is, what will Robert Strong be? Will he be against Adam Cole? Because look what happened after the match was over with all the fighting and everything. We had pretty much Kyle O'Reilly come out to try and save them because they were about to get their asses handed to him. But Kyle helped Roderick, but he didn't help Adam because he's still not happy with Adam. He hates Adam. He don't like him. So the question is going to be, what is Roderick Strong going to be? Because I do not believe that Adam is going to turn heel. I truly believe there's a possibility that Roderick Strong will turn heel and do MJF's bidding. And then he's going to completely separate from the Undisputed Kingdom. And I do believe Kyle O'Reilly will take that place. That could be me. Of course, I'm not sure. Next. The next match, Britt Baker versus Penelope Forbes. Now, here's a match that upsets me. Now, let's make this clear. Was it a bad match? No. It actually was a pretty good match. Britt Baker wins, and then we get to stare down between Britt Baker and Selena Deeps. I'm not against Britt. I'm not against Selena Deeps. But here's the thing. The person that looked like they could be something interesting is Penelope Forbes. She's actually improved her style. But she's not doing anything. She's not. She went up against Jamie Hayter and got her ass handed to her. And I will get to Jamie Hayter and that weird cut to a Julia Hart in a moment, because I didn't talk about it last week. I'll talk about it here. But let's make this very clear. I feel sorry for Penelope Forbes. She's not doing anything. And I truly believe that she deserves better than what she's getting. Now, do I care about the Britt Baker going against Selena Deeps? No, I don't, because I don't see any good stories with her. But due to the fact what was going on with the controversy months ago between her and MJF, and hearing the rumors that this damn woman is nothing but a big-ass bitch, which I don't know is true, but if the rumors are true, and she's a pain in the ass to work with, it's like you just reintroduced her after quite a while. She's now dealing with Selena Deeps, who deserves better than what she gets. She's never gotten anywhere. And then you see Penelope Forbes, who just came back herself and is now jobbed to Jamie Hayter and now Britt Baker. And I'm going like, what the fuck? What are these women gaining? What is going on with these women who just came back? And you're going to push a Britt Baker who just came back, of course. You're going to push a Jamie Hayter, of course. But then Penelope Forbes, she could be doing something. Look, you could set up the women's divisions. You got two freaking titles that feel like they're not being defended by any women. They're just throwing random women at it. And that's what's pissing me off. You can throw Penelope Forbes at Mariah May. You could put a Britt Baker, or you can do Mariah May with Britt Baker. I don't care. You can do Selena Deeps with Britt Baker and trying to get against Mariah May. I know saying, well, we've already gone through that, but that's all they're going to show because those are the only women they ever show. And now let's get to what happened when Jamie Hayter was having a talk, saying she's going to go for the women, and in the middle of a conversation, her interview just goes black. And then we get a awkward cut scene with a Julia Hart, who already from last week got shot in the heart by her own self. She's now in a bed. She gets up. She gets called, and it sounds like Brody Lee, and he's at, Brody King, not Brody Lee, Brody King. She's talking and saying, you need to come back. And she's talking on an old style 1940s phone, because I've seen them. And it's not plugged into the wall. Then she's going, I don't know where I am. I don't know who I am. And then closet opens, bow and arrow, hat, washing herself, screaming. And now what? Suppose we have her back. But what was that weird cutscene? I don't know. What else we got here? Let's do the fatal 4-way qualifying match for Full Gear. We got FTR versus House of Black. This went up to 10-10. Good match. Brody King and Malachi Black. I mean, let's be honest. Sooner or later, he's going to probably go back to WWE, TKO, WWE, and become Aleister Black sooner or later. It just, unless Selena Vega, Thea, his wife, leaves TKO WWE, her contract is done, and she comes to AEW, he will eventually go back to TKO WWE. That's just the deal. But he's now in the Fatal 4-Way. And let me give it to you like this. It was not a bad match. FTR did lose, but I don't know what they're going to do with FTR. The FTR has been basically not here, but down here, so I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know what they're going to do with them. Last match, Swerve Strickland versus Lio Rush. Lio saying, I got the golden ticket, baby. I am the golden ticket now. Good match. Got his ass whooped. Swerve's do a little bit with putting over his brother. Putting over a little bit of Lio. But he calls out Bobby. Bobby comes out with MVP. They're talking, pretty much saying, you're going to learn a lesson. We didn't want to start this. We wanted to give you some, but you want to have this attitude. You're going to get done. You're going to get got. And Shelton Benjamin comes up behind, kicks some ass. Bobby chokeslams his ass. Bobby also throws Prince Nana into the ring post. He spills out to the ground, and pretty much that's that. Guys, I don't know what to make of this show. Don't know what to say. It's not bad, but I'm just like, it feels like there's something missing. There's something missing. I am telling you, there's something missing. I don't know what it is. Yeah, Mia Shirakawa is showing up. And she's going to be on Collision with Harley Cameron. They're going to have a match. They're wiggling their titties at each other, saying who's the better titty. Well, she says, when it comes to Mia Shirakawa, she is the Harley Cameron of New Japan, but I'm going to prove that this is Harley Cameron is Harley Cameron. Let's have a match on Collision. They're wiggling titties. Look, I like a pair of titty. Okay? Harley Cameron's titties, I'm going to be honest. Harley Cameron's titties, we've seen her nipple already on screen. Okay? We haven't with Mia Shirakawa, but we've seen it with her. Mia Shirakawa is a better match when it comes to Harley Cameron in the ring. She just is. She's a better wrestler. But Harley is a better talker. Not just because Mia Shirakawa does have an accent and it's a little more harder for her to speak a little bit English. She can speak English, but it's a little more harder for her because she's got to translate from Japanese to English. I understand it. But what are we getting with Mia Shirakawa dealing with Mariah May? I don't know. I mean, they're going to do something with her dealing with Mariah May. And this is more that I've seen from most Japanese wrestlers. But still, I don't know what to say about this. I don't know what to say. That title makes perfect sense. I don't know what to say. Look, I love a pair of titties wiggling in front of me. I wish I had that in real life. I wish I had a girlfriend right here and said, don't worry, honey. After this camera's over, I'll wiggle my titties all you want. You don't have to worry about this women. I'll take care of you. But it's not like it. I'm like, what the hell am I looking at? I don't know what this booking is. It's still, we have 5 different storylines, but the problem is, I don't know how to feel about it. And look, we're going to have a match with Ima Ishii, dealing with a Chris Jericho again. But I don't care about ROH. Even if it's going on a new show, I don't give a damn. We're looking at the ROH champion on Dynamite when I don't give a fuck about it. If it was on YouTube, I would understand it. If it was free, but it's not. You got to pay at least $9 to see the damn thing. At least, I think $8 or $9 still. Why would I care? I don't know. Peace.